What is going on, guys? Michael Durr here, back in the gym. This is my deload, or actually I just finished my deload week, so we're back to training. And I have to say that today is a great day. Last day of my clinical, and then I'm back into school in the January, so I feel really good. Get the 2 weeks off, just gonna relax, train. And I actually have some cool videos planned out. I'm actually going to do a mock meet with one of my buddies. So I'm going to post that probably within the next week or so. So today what I did was some squats. So I worked up to about 275, just beltless, and just went for 3 sets of 3. Overall, the workout went pretty good. And I actually tried something a little bit different. I took off the squat shoes and I put on the deadlifting shoes. So I'm just using my Reebok shoes to do my squats in. And what I noticed watching these videos is my depth is not as good. I'm not able to get as low. And right now I'm doing the voiceover the day after. So I feel a little more sore in my hamstring. So I feel like with the limited heel raise, you are getting more of a posterior chain workout. You are working more the hamstrings and the glutes. So finishing this set off here, this is 225, and basically just working up, like I said, to that 275. Not that heavy, nothing too impressive, but just trying to get that volume in and experimenting again with that flat shoe. So my plans for the next couple of weeks, it's a little bit different. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to train by feel for the next 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, I'm heading back to my hometown, Kelowna. I will be there for 2 weeks, and it's just going to be super busy. I'm going to be back at my old job working, and basically, I don't know how much time I'm going to have for training. So I'm just going to get in as much as I can and go from there. And just looking at my past 4 months of training, been in school, busy getting things done, but at the same time, guys, there's no excuses. We got to get the work in, we got to get the gains in, we got to keep on training. And with the meet coming up in February, I am trying to get as much training in as possible. So a couple of things that I would like to work on up until the meet. Mobility is number one in the shoulders. I think that having healthy shoulders is crucial, especially for the bench press. So what I'm going to be doing, probably starting in the next day or so here, is utilizing some more foam rolling and some more lacrosse ball work on my external rotators. So hitting those rotator cuff muscles, just getting there and digging out that tissue. And sometimes it feels, well, actually most of the time it feels terrible, but anyways, I think that shoulder mobility is super important, especially in the squat, because what you got to realize too is you're getting quite a bit of external rotation in the shoulder, and especially if you're going low bar. If you're going low bar, it's going even further down your back. So here's another angle here. This is 275. Want to get a front angle, and I actually want to look at my knees. What are happening with my knees? So as we know, we want to get those knees out. We want to externally rotate so we can get those glutes activated. And what I would like to see out of my squat is maybe a little more external rotation at the hip. And what I need to work on is getting that range of motion. So that's actually not too bad. So guys, what I did is sort of a different workout. It was a full body workout. I started out with the squats and then worked into the bench. So what I'm noticing in these videos, especially with my bench press, I need to work on the lockout. The lockout is just lacking. And if you look at the following clips here, what you will see is I'm actually not getting full lockout on some of my reps here. So this is really good. This is why I like watching the video. This is why I like reviewing the video. I can actually see what's happening with my bar path, what's happening with my technique. And it's funny because when you're working out, like for example, that 275 3x3 sets, those felt really slow. But then looking at the video and just from reviewing that, it actually didn't look too slow. Anyways, we've got another crotch shot here, straight on. This is, I believe, 175 here. So I like to get this angle here because I can actually see if I'm getting full lockout or if I'm not fully extending at my elbows. So that is definitely something I need to work on the next couple, I guess the next couple months before the meet, getting that full lockout, because then if I do not get that full lockout, I am not going to get those 3 white lights, and that's what we're looking for, those three white lights. So basically just worked up to 185 and I did 3 sets of 5, but I think actually on the last set I was pretty fatigued, so I didn't even get the 5th rep. I said, hey, you know what? Sometimes you can't push it. Sometimes when you push it too hard, you try to go for that extra rep, you can definitely tweak something. And I didn't have anybody spotting me. Didn't feel like asking anybody spotting. I just want to get in my training, just get it done and go. So with my upper body training, with my bench press, what my plan is to increase my bench press is to actually incorporate more overhead pressing movements. So there are 3 movements that I want to do to increase my bench press. Number 1 is a seated military press with dumbbells. The reason why I like using dumbbells, you're working each side independently. You're getting that symmetry. You're getting that muscular bounce. The second exercise that I'm going to include are going to be the half kneeling position landmine presses. These are great. They're single arm, again unilateral, which is what I like, and you're actually getting a little bit of core work as well. The third exercise is going to be one of 2 actually, so actually I guess it's 4. So it's going to be a modified handstand push-up, and I can do this either on a bench or a TRX. And the last one, possibly, if I have the time, get some lateral raises for those deltoids. That's what I'm talking about. So basically, just trying to include more shoulder work into the program. The upper body needs some more hypertrophy, so I'm going to try and get that in. And I believe that, if you look at guys who can bench a lot, typically the upper body is going to be pretty jacked and tan. So the goal is to get more of that hypertrophy work, do some more bodybuilding work for the upper body, and sort of go from there and see how the bench press reacts. So what you're seeing right here are some seated rope sled pulls with 100, or that's 200 pounds there, so 180 pounds of weight plus the sled, so you're looking around 200 pounds. So I thought I'd change it up. Sometimes you got to change up your exercise selection to keep things fresh, keep things exciting when you're in the gym, just to break up the monotony of the training. So guys, I'm just getting that back work in, trying to get that horizontal pulling movement in, and just from doing a little bit of research and looking at other coaches. One coach I follow, his name's Eric Cressy, and he just stresses that you need to get in your pulling movements, and that's going to be a horizontal pulling movement, that can be a vertical pulling movement like you're seeing here with the lat pull down with the close grip. So basically guys, just try and get your pulls in, try and pull a little bit more than you push, and your shoulders are going to be healthy. Okay guys, hope you liked the video. Subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Pulling out.